clip here of former Alberta Premier Jason Kenney, who I think has terrible political instincts. I'll react to it here. There's a jump cut in here. I'm reacting to somebody else's video, but I don't think it's clipped up too much.
Let's bring in someone familiar to many people, particularly in this province, Jason Kenney, former Alberta Premier, former federal cabinet minister, still a member of the Conservative Party. What did you think of the speech?
I mean, opposition leader is the toughest job in politics. You've got limited levers. You got to hold the other guys to account. You've got to show some passion about that. And that's been a problem. That's been a challenge for him. Sometimes he has come across as being angry. And I think he's demonstrated the ability to change the nuance and the tone.
He should. The Conservatives and Poilievre, if they want to win, they should go negative.
He did that almost, I think, perfectly tonight. So the one thing I would suggest that he maybe didn't address is the 800-pound gorilla in the room who is attacking our country on a weekly, if not daily basis, who's launched an economic war against us, has insulted our troops, threatened our sovereignty, and the one point of constructive criticism I would offer is you can't deal with the reality of the Trump threat by pretending it is not there.
Man, it's so crazy that the CPC listens to takes like this. And it's going to be the reason why they're going to keep losing.
And I think there's a lot of Canadians, and I'm one of them, and I'm a card-carrying Conservative member, who would like to see, I don't want them, it's not right for him to get obsessively focused on Trump on a daily basis. But in a major keynote address like this, to pretend that the president of the world's superpower attacking us weekly is not an issue, I think misses the moment to some extent.
I don't think these people even want to win, because if Poilievre does that, it's just driving more voters to Carney. Carney has marketed himself as the elbows up guy. Do the CPC even want to win? This sounds like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but this sounds like uniparty garbage. At what point is Poilievre allowed to actually try to win? He has so many people in his party, it seems like, trying to pull him down and pull him back towards the Liberal Party. And it's up to Poilievre, I would say, not to listen to this. I mean, this might be harsh, but if I was Poilievre, I would just say to Kenney, I'd probably say this publicly, join the Liberals then. We're not doing this anymore. And I think he would get a whole bunch more voters from his hypothetical base that are just turned off. I would consider myself a part of that base that goes, I don't want to support this, because that's how I truly feel. I think the CPC is a joke, and I'm not going to vote for a liberal light party. No.
We're going to renew our faith, a good faith offer to help the Prime Minister. We'll put our country above party. But no, he didn't. He wasn't specific. That's right.
And a very strong patriotic message. But I don't think there is any downside to taking a couple of minutes in a speech like this, or more frequently, challenging some of the outrageous conduct of President Trump and his minions towards Canada, threatening our national unity, mocking our sovereignty, insulting the honor of our troops and our war dead.
Dude, join the Liberal Party then. Carney, I don't think he has any person who's vocal in the Liberal Party trying to pressure Carney to be more like Poilievre. Hey, Carney, why don't you bring up building pipelines more often? Why don't you bring up Canada's crime problem? Why don't you bring up the fact that the immigration, there's 25% of people here foreign born, the immigration was totally destroyed by Trudeau. Why don't you bring that up more? But the Conservative Party has a bunch of people like this who are also vocal that try to pull Poilievre to Carney. He's not going to win like this. Nope. This to me sounds like someone that totally doesn't believe in Poilievre at all. Yes, he's trying to do like the nuanced thing of, oh, well, I agree with some of the speech. This to me sounds like a hater.
Does that occasionally. There are some conservatives like me, and I think a lot of non-conservative Canadians, and this may be where he missed the moment in the last election. Does he? I think some people are asking, does he
Yeah, this guy really wants Poilievre to win. Give me a break, bro.
Really believe that Trump constitutes a threat to this country? I do. I think Stephen Harper does, if you look at his comments. I think Pierre has addressed that implicitly. I think it would be better for him to do so explicitly as well.
Well, Jason Kenney, this is what I
Join the Liberals, bro.
About like his laser focus on the domestic issues, the bread and butter, kitchen table stuff. I get that. Like that matters to Canadians in their bones. But I've not seen a time when geopolitics has driven domestic politics since post 9/11, maybe the global financial crisis. America is changing so rapidly in a permanent, maybe irreversible way for a generation or two. They have had a real inability to speak.
Okay, this guy, not hyperbole, is totally obsessed with America and Trumpism. When I watch the show, he cannot wait to share a take like that about America.
To that, to speak to that challenge, to define it, to confront it, name it, and offer a remedy to it.
And Pierre translates those issues very well into a kind of kitchen table vernacular. But I think there's still a lot of Canadians who wake up in the morning, they hear the latest crazy thing Trump has said about us, and they want whoever the leader is of any party to be in the corner fighting that nonsense. He will not be prime minister unless he can be at
Again,
least competitive.
I think there are jump cuts in here. This is not my edit, but anyway.
Unless he can be at least competitive with 60-plus men in particular, I mean women as well. But if we're running ads about old white guys playing golf at the end of the next campaign, we are losing.
So I don't know what that means. Old white men, apparently the Conservative Party shouldn't try to court them. That just sounds like a liberal. Again, if I was Poilievre, I know this sounds maybe kind of aggressive. I would just publicly say, if that's you, we don't even want you. Go to the Liberals, because there's so many Conservatives, in my opinion. Obviously, you see this in Alberta with the Alberta independence movement. It's just more rational, I think, right now. For sure. I would stand by that every day of the week. The Alberta independence movement is more rational than voting for the CPC. So with that said, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.